Here is a workflow trace from a real autonomous agent deployment, 19 steps, all successful. The agent researched vendors, scored them against procurement criteria, generated a purchase order, confirmed delivery terms, and received a signed contract back. Step 20. Initiate payment. The agent stopped, not because the model failed, not because the prompt was wrong, because the payment layer does not exist for agents. Someone had to open a laptop, log into a payment portal, and manually authorize a $52 invoice. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why this happens, what the architecture looks like under the hood, how builders are currently working around it, why every workaround fails in production, and what a real fix looks like. This is not theoretical. This is the constraint that determines whether autonomous agents ever become truly autonomous. Stay with me. Let me define the scope first. The payment gap shows up in 4 distinct agent use case categories. Category 1, procurement agents. These agents source vendors, evaluate proposals, generate purchase orders, and manage supplier relationships. Every workflow terminates at the payment authorization step, every time. Category 2, content and licensing agents. Agents that acquire stock media, license datasets, purchase API credits, or subscribe to tools. The agent can identify the asset, negotiate the price, and generate the license agreement. It cannot execute the payment. Category 3, API consumption agents. Agents running complex, multi-model pipelines consume paid API endpoints. When a usage tier expires mid-workflow, the agent cannot upgrade it. The pipeline breaks. A human upgrades the account manually and restarts. Category 4, contractor and gig economy payout agents. Agents managing distributed work, content production, code review, data labeling, can route tasks, evaluate outputs, and approve quality. They cannot release the payment to the contractor. 4 categories. 1. Root cause. The agent has no financial identity and no payment capability of its own. This is not a niche problem. As of mid-2026, every major agent framework, LangChain, AutoGPT, CrewAI, the OpenAI Assistants API, has the same gap. None of them ship a native payment primitive. Builders hit this wall and reach for one of 3 workarounds. I will take each one seriously and show you exactly where it breaks. Workaround 1. Give the agent a corporate card. This is the most common answer. Issue a virtual card. Hand the credentials to the agent. Let it call a payment API. Here is where it fails. First, 3D secure authentication. Most card issuers now require step-up authentication for online transactions above a threshold, sometimes as low as $10 in the EU under PSD2. The agent cannot complete a browser-based authentication challenge. The transaction gets declined. Second, fraud detection. Card network fraud models were trained on human spending patterns. An agent making 40 API calls to 40 different vendors in 90 minutes looks like a compromised card. The card gets frozen. A human has to call and explain that an AI agent made those charges. Third, liability. Every transaction on a corporate card is the company's liability. There is no agent-level spending identity. If an agent overspends, overbids, or makes an error, the company absorbs the full cost with no granular audit trail at the agent level. Workaround 2. Pre-authorized payment batches. Some builders preload a payment queue. The agent queues payment requests. A human reviews and approves the batch once a day. This breaks autonomy entirely. An agent that can act in real time but can only pay once a day is not autonomous. If the agent is sourcing perishable capacity, spot compute, last-minute freelancer availability, time-limited API pricing, the batch delay kills the value. One specific example: A compute arbitrage agent monitors spot instance prices across AWS, GCP, and Azure. It identifies a pricing window that lasts 11 minutes. The batch review cycle is 24 hours. The opportunity is gone. The agent executed the analysis correctly. It could not act. Workaround 3. Wrap everything in a human-in-the-loop approval. This is the most intellectually honest workaround. Some builders explicitly design for human approval on every payment above a threshold, say $25. The problem is that this threshold becomes the ceiling for agent autonomy. Any agent use case where payments are frequent, small, and distributed, API microtransactions, contractor micropayments, content licensing fees, requires so many approvals that the human is back in the loop at the same rate they were before the agent was deployed. The agent reduces cognitive load everywhere except payments. Payments remain a full-time human job. Let me show you the architecture of the gap. A modern agent stack looks like this. At the top, the model. Below it, the orchestration layer, LangChain, CrewAI, or a custom tool Kali.